Hello, my name is Ari Waldman, a person who stutters. Today is my video parsha, day 63. The book Parsha Genesis, Sefer Bereshis, the book of Genesis, the book of Bereshit, Parshat Vayechi, Parshat Chazak, the sixth reading of this week corresponding to Friday. New Year's Friday, January 1st, 2021, the 17th of Tevet-I. My name is Ari Waldman. I'm a person who stutters. I'm going to be practicing pausing. Without further ado, Vayechi, sixth reading. This is a long one. Binyamin's descendants will be grabbers, like a wolf that grabs and tears his prey. From him, Shaul will arise in the morning of Israel's history, and he will devour plunder. And in the evening of Israel's history, Binyamin's descendants, Mordechai and Esther, will divide the spoil of Haman. These are all the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father spoke to them. In addition to rebuking Reuven, Shimon, and Levi, he blessed them too. His blessing, he blessed each son with the blessing that fitted him. And he also blessed all the sons with all the blessings in general. Yaakov passes away. He instructed them, saying to them, I will die soon. My soul will be gathered into be with the souls of my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave, which is in Ephron, the Hittite field, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, facing Mamre in the land of Canaan, the field which Abraham brought from Ephron the Hittite, as a burial plot. They buried Abraham and his wife, Sarah, there. They buried Yitzhak and his wife Rivka there, and they buried Leah there. The purchase of the field and its cave from the sons of Ches still stands. As Yaakov finished commanding his sons, he gathered his legs onto the bed, breathed his last, and his soul is gathered in to be with the souls of his people. Yaakov's burial. Joseph fell on his father's face, wept over him, and kissed him. Joseph commanded his staff of physicians to embalm his father, and the physicians embalmed Israel with spices. After 40 days, which is how long embalming takes, the Egyptians mourned him for a further 30 days, totaling 70 days. When the period of mourning for him had passed, Yaakov spoke to Pharaoh's household, saying, If I have now found favor in your eyes, speak now directly to Pharaoh and tell him that my father bound me by an oath, saying, "Look, I am going to die soon. You shall bury me in my grave, which I dug for myself in the land of Canaan." Pharaoh said, "As he had you swear." So Yosef went to bury his father. All Pharaoh's servants, the senior members of his house, and the senior ministers of the land of Egypt went with him, together with Yosef's entire household, his brothers, and his father's household. They only left behind the young children, flocks and cattle in the land of Goshen. Chariots and horsemen also went along, so the entourage was very large. When they reached Goshen Hatad, which is on the other side of the Jordan, Goren Hatad, which is on the other side of the Jordan, they made a very grandiose and intense eulogy there. Then Yosef designated a mourning period of 7 days for his father. When the Canaanites, the local inhabitants, saw the mourning at Goren Hatad, they said, "This is an intense mourning period for the Egyptians." Therefore, they named the place, which is on the other side of the Jordan, Avel Mitzrayim, mourning of Egypt. Yaakov's sons did for him exactly as he instructed them, not allowing any Egyptian or even one of Yaakov's grandsons to carry him. His sons carried him to the land of Canaan, and they buried him in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, facing Mamre, the field which Abraham had brought him for a burial plot, from Ephron the Hittite. After he had buried his father, Yosef returned to Egypt. Both he, his brothers, and all those who had gone with him to bury his father. Yosef and his brothers after Yaakov's passing. Yosef's brothers saw a change for the worse in Yosef's conduct with them after their father had died. They said, maybe Yosef will start to hate us and pay us back for all the bad things that we did to him. So they fabricated a plan and instructed messengers to go to Yosef and say, "Your father instructed us for his death, saying, this is what you should say to Yosef. Please, will you now forgive the wrongdoing of your brothers and their sins?" And their sin, that they did evil things to you. So please, will you not forgive the wrongdoing of the servants of the God, your father? For even though your father died, his God is alive. When the messengers spoke to him, Yosef wept. In addition to sending messengers, his brothers also went to Yosef. They fell down in front of him and said, "Look, we are your slaves." Yosef said to them, "Don't be afraid. God only desires the good for you. Am I instead of God? You planned to do bad things to me, but God had already intended that what you did to me should happen for good reasons, in order to make things like they are today, where I am keeping a great number of people alive. So don't be afraid now. I will provide for you and your children. He continued to comfort them and spoke more words of encouragement to their hurts. This is the end of my YouTube parsha, day 63. Have a good day. Goodbye.